Last week in February, can you believe it? It has happened, it's happening. We're moving forward, we're pushing forward. What an amazing month it has been. Certainly been inspiring, certainly been uplifting for myself. What's your month been like? Hi everyone, it's Iona. How are you doing? So, this is your weekly tarot reading for the collective, for the world, for whoever wants to know it. And I've been rearranging my bedroom this week, and I'm still trying to figure out lighting and stuff like that. So, but you know what? It's better to get it done than it be perfect, right? So, here are our cards this week. So I wrote 10 pages of information this week. The more I practice reading tarot, the more the information is just coming to me, sometimes overwhelming. Like, I can't stop writing. So I practice automatic writing quite a lot, where I just let my hand write. I used to do morning pages quite regularly, and the whole kind of thing behind that is to just write whatever comes into your head. So automatic writing to me became quite a really good way of just the kind of information streaming to me from the information that I get from these cards, right? So it's nothing spooky, it's nothing weird, it's nothing like creepy or horrific, right? So basically, I'm getting these cards are prompts for me to get information from the collective. So if that be like mass consciousness, it can be thoughts that people are having, it can be situations that are going to happen, for example. So everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, and already has happened exists as a conscious thought in the world, in the universe. And basically, people who are inventing things pluck them out of the air, out of the ether, and they create them. So nobody really has an original thought, even though people would like to think, their egos would like to think so. So the first card that I got this week was the Two of Wands, and this card has jumped out for a few personal readings this week. So this is a card that says to you that people are listening to what you have to say, and you're going to, because of this, you're going to move forward, or you're going to push forward. You may receive this pushed forward from someone that you know, someone who might want to support you in a project or business venture. So do not discard or discount anyone that you meet, especially if you're self-employed. You can't take first impressions. I know that first impressions count, but a lot of people are not who they appear to be. So do not discount or discard anyone, because anybody is a possible client, customer. It's a good time to plan at the moment, right? But we are in a Mercury retrograde, okay? So please, retrograde, there's a clue in the name, look at everything. Please revisit, reassess your plans. Look at them again to check that you haven't missed anything out. And don't underestimate the people who surround you, who want to see you do well. So this card comes with the energy of harmony, stability, and collaboration. So however, we are in the Mercury retrograde, so please revisit and reread over anything, like contracts, anything a few times, to make sure that you've crossed the T's and dotted the lowercase j's. So that is the first card. Second card is the Hermit. So reflection is another great reword. Reflection. This card is prompting me to tell you about the Mercury retrograde. So the Mercury retrograde, if you don't know what that is, it's when the planet Mercury appears to be going backwards. It's an optical illusion. It's when the Earth bypasses the orbit of Mercury, and it appears that Mercury is moving away from us. And this Mercury retrograde will last until the 9th of March, and is a time for re-themed actions, such as remembering, reflecting, reconstruction, resilience, representation, revisiting. Those are just a few examples of words that you might want to use. Use this time as an opportunity to perhaps revisit old energy. It's a time for you to reflect. And you can do this in many different ways and methods. So counselling, healing, acupuncture, trip for massage, trip to the physio, osteopath, chiropractor will help you to heal, as we store trapped emotions. We store emotions and issues in our body, and if we don't deal with them, they will manifest in the future as other things. So card 2, the Hermit. Reflection. Mercury retrograde reflection. Number 3, the Fool. The Fool. Okay, so the Fool is once you've left your appointment with your therapist, hypnotherapist, Reiki practitioner, acupuncturist, physiotherapist, masseuse, and any healing modality that you use at this time, and I'm urging you to do so. This is an amazing time for refreshing, rehealing, revitalize, rejuvenating. You can start afresh, you can start a new beginning, free from the constraints of the past. So we wouldn't think twice about putting our car in for a service or taking our pet to the vets for a checkup. We must do this for ourselves. We must invest in our health. We're no good to anyone if we're not good to ourselves first. So remember when you're on an airplane and they tell you to put your oxygen mask on yourself first before you help others? Well, it's that same thing. So inner work is work for the brave. So be prepared to have stuff come up that's difficult for you or that may be painful for you to revisit. But that's why it's important that we must seek out professional help, professional guidance, people who know how to guide you and help you and assist you with any trauma, any patterns that you are struggling to deal with on your own. Please ask for help, reach out. There are people who are highly qualified in helping you with what you need, and always remember to go with your gut instinct. If it doesn't feel right for you, then it's not for you, and there will be somebody who will help you. So please go with your gut feelings with when you start to work with these people. So healing, a new beginning. So in order for us to make a fresh new start, we have to cut the ties of the old, heal the old, and this is a subject that keeps coming up for me completely as I myself go through a lot of healing and self-work and self-care and things like that. Okay, so number 4. So when this card popped out for me, this card it stumps me very often, and I had to ask for a clarifying card, and that clarifying card was the Hanged Man. So this is actually a really interesting card now that I have looked into the other 3 cards. So this card's signaling to me that it's time to let go again. So in order for us to have new beginnings, we must release anger, fear, loss, disappointment, and judgment of ourselves and others. This can be initially heartbreaking, okay? However, it will feel so much better in the long run once we have brought it up to the surface and released it. Surrender, let go. Letting go is the most powerful thing that you can do for your body. Surrendering to a feeling and saying that, right, this, just sitting with it and knowing it and expressing it and feeling it is the scariest thing that we can do, because it doesn't feel good to sit with feelings of heartbreak and hurt and despair. But with time, we can learn to surrender to them and release them and let them go. There's an amazing book that, if anyone is up for reading, it's called Letting Go, The Art of Surrender by Dr. David R. Hawkins. It's absolutely phenomenal. And David R. Hawkins, he basically came up with the scale of consciousness, the Hawkins map of consciousness, which starts at 0, which is loss, fear, hate, and then moves up to like apathy, and then denial, and then like up to like, joy, peace, love, which is like the highest vibration that you can exist at. So truth is coming with this card, and the thing that I felt from the collective consciousness for this coming week is that truth is coming. So whether you live in the UK, whether you live in Europe, whether you live in America, Australia, Africa, India, wherever it is that you live, truth is coming to us as a collective, from politics, from the public eye, from celebrities, and from we're going to be receiving, hearing, and seeing some truths in the media over the next week. Truths are probably initially going to be really hard to hear, and I'm getting the sense that there's going to be some celebrities and people that we have idolized, celebrities or people in the public eye, like people, politics. There's going to be some really hard-hitting truths that are going to be exposed to us this week, which will lead to feelings of heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal, and loss. But remember, we're in a Mercury retrograde, so what must we do? We must reflect, respect, and recondition our minds and bodies for better things. And that includes flushing out and weeding out what's no longer serving us. If somebody is behaving in a certain way that does not align with our values, if someone is behaving in a certain way or doing something awful that is not right, like it's not acceptable, then we have a right, no matter who they are, no matter if they're like royalty, no matter if they are a celebrity, no matter if they are a politician, we have the right to say no, that you cannot behave like that, no matter who you are, and that they must suffer the consequences for their actions. And yeah, they need to be removed from power, from where they held so much power. And I was really unsure of this card when it first jumped out, but now I understand completely why it is here. So I asked for a clarifier, and that card was the Hanged Man, so which is actually incredibly apt and synchronistic for me. These cards are starting to get... Oh, hi, Fred. There's Freddie. These cards are starting to get to know me really well. He loves to attack the back of the chair. Please don't do that, mister. Thanks very much. So these cards are starting to know me like really well. It's really interesting. And they give me... I've had them since September, and I've used them pretty much like every day, and they give me very real and honest prompts, and the information that's coming to me is more and more clearer each time. So the Hanged Man is here to tell us that sometimes it takes a while for outcomes to happen, to come to fruition. So for example, if we are looking at the Three of Swords, okay, and we're thinking about how people need to be held accountable for their actions, right? With this card, what I'm getting is that it's not going to be a quick process. So if we're going to see some trials and people being held accountable for their actions, these people want anything but to be held responsible. So you're going to try and drag it out as much as possible. So this could be someone who's having a lengthy trial, or even evidence going missing. That's going to happen, and there's going to be something like really not right about it. You're just going to be thinking, nah, this isn't right. Like, and it's a deliberate stall to force us to forget about it, or to become restless and say, ugh, it's taking too long, just forget about it, just whatever. But we never forget. This is the thing. This is the amazing thing about human beings, that we are a species with a serious case of amnesia, okay? But we're beginning to remember our power, our strength as a being, individually, and as a collective. And that's why anything that is no longer serving us must be lit up and dealt with. So we've had too much darkness for too long. And this Mercury retrograde is urging us to stop what we're doing, stop our daily routines. And in Mercury retrogrades, what usually happens is technology goes a bit mental, and Wi-Fi signals drop, and so the energy that's being caused by the planet Mercury moving away from us, and other things as well. There's loads and loads of different factors that come into play for this, but number one thing that happens is technology fails for us, and it's actually a very good time for us to put down our phones. So our email's not working, fine, we didn't get emails, we're not getting stuff. Put your phone down and re-engage with your friends, with your family, with your pets, with your loved ones. It's a time, it's the universe telling you to re-engage and to stop what you're doing, set your phone down, set your technology down, and it's also reminding you to don't sign on the dotted line just yet. So if you're buying a home, buying a car, starting a new job, please try and hold off if you can until the 9th of March. But of course, real life needs to keep going, doesn't it? So proceed with caution. So the energy of the retrograde reminds us we need to revisit. So revisit contracts, anything that you sign, anything that you get into at this time. Make sure that you're checking the small print for anything that you have missed out. Meditate. So Mercury retrograde is an amazing time to meditate. So this guy, the hermit, he says that reflection time is really, really good for you at this time, at this Mercury retrograde. So I've got loads of guided meditations on YouTube. Please have a go at them. They're only like 5 to 10 minutes long, and they cover a broad range of subjects. So if you can't sleep, if you're having trouble, if you feel like you're like just stressed out all the time, I've got one for walking. If you're too busy, if your day's too busy and stressful, then you can put your headphones in and just walk and listen to the meditation. Keep your eyes open. So yeah. I've got loads of different ones, and I'll be posting one each week as well. They all cover different topics and different goals. So that is the Rider-Waite tarot cards that I've been using. So that is the general chat for this week. But so the universe sent me a gift this week. So remember last week we were talking about gifts, or it might be the week before we were talking about gifts, looking out for that special gift. So I got an amazing gift of a new pack of cards, so a new pack of tarot cards, and these cards are just amazing. I'm so excited to use these cards. So they're actually dragon cards, so I love dragons. I've been visualizing and looking at dragons and imagining dragons like that band since I was little, since I was a small child. And so the cards that I have are these amazing dragon cards. Okay, so the card that I got for this week is called the Gold and Silver Violet Flame Dragon, which is just gorgeous. Like I love the pictures, and they've got so much beautiful imagery. So I practice Reiki. Okay, so I got attuned to Reiki, I think it was last year, and I've been doing it like so much ever since, and I just absolutely love it. I've been practicing on myself, practicing on the cat, practicing on friends, practicing on family members, and when I'm doing Reiki sessions with a client, I visualize violet, gold and silver light, which is also the prana, the chi, the life force energy that exists in the universe, exists in the environment around us. And I'm drawing that and pulling all of that energy, the violet, gold and silver light, in through my body and out through my hands and into the person who I'm doing the Reiki. I use this light to like heal and clear any blocks in their body or energy field. The colors of violet is the color and energy of transmutation. So if you ever close your eyes and you're meditating and violet light pops into your eye, your mind's eye, then it's a signal that you are clearing and cleaning energy in your being. So we're going through the mass consciousness. The planet is going through a huge time of healing and change on the planet, and we're ascending into the fifth dimension. And I'm going to do a lot more videos explaining what that is. I don't really have time to get into it just now. So when we visualize and call in the violet, gold and silver light to us and into us, we are essentially using the fifth dimensional frequencies to raise our vibration. So currently the Earth is in the third dimension. The third dimension is where dark and light, good and bad archetypes. These archetypes exist in these frequencies, and we vibrate at this frequency, and we're always battling and fighting and trying to get to the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. Fourth dimension is a dimension of time. So time stops, time speeds up. We realize that we are not victims of our time circumstances. We can actually stop aging. We can slow down our aging processes. And the fourth dimension is really fun. And then in the fifth dimension is of universal love. So it's a frequency in the dimension of universal love. So we can use these colors, violet, gold, and silver light. So close your eyes and just imagine some really beautiful glistening violet light with gold and silver speckles in it. So that's what I would do to visualize that light, and visualize it being in your body, being in your frequency, being in your aura, and just imagine it surrounding you and clearing you and cleansing you. It's such a beautiful thing to do that instantly raises your vibration, because your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So if you can imagine and visualize, visualization is such a powerful tool, and I've met so many people who tell me they can't do it, and it's just ridiculous because they have been conditioned from a young age to stop daydreaming. Don't stop daydreaming, because visualizing is daydreaming. Well, I'm telling you right now, close your eyes and put a picture, make a picture in your mind, imagine, because you can imagine whatever you want. And if you can imagine it, if you can do it, if you can dream it, you can absolutely do it. So the violet flame transmutes the old and raises the frequency to a higher level. The silver brings in the divine feminine energy of grace. Awesome. And the gold saturates us with wisdom. Fantastic. We all need a little bit more wisdom. So use this energy, ask this energy to replace the old with that of joy, fun, and excitement. And remember, you can send this light and this energy to others too. So this light can heal people, places, situations, and the world. So it's so beautiful, such amazing energy. So the card says, Golden and Silver Violet Flame Dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. I absolutely love it. And I don't know what the imagery of the butterfly is. But there's lots of sacred geometry in that picture, so which I'm absolutely loving. I'm going to be doing a few videos on sacred geometry as well, because I actually use sacred geometry in my healing workshops, which is always so fascinating to instantly like lift someone's vibration by using a sacred geometry to basically wipe their aura, wipe their energy field, because we're all vibrating and we all have this like energy field around us. It's been proven, it's been photographed, but of course the society and the powers that be want us to believe that we're just this walking like meat suit thing that's, you know, we're victims of our circumstances, blah 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 blah. Nah, that's not gonna fly anymore, guys. So like this video, please share it with other people and let other people know, even people who are skeptic, like go for it. Like this stuff works. I believe that the laws of the universe are working in our favor all the time, even if we don't believe that they are. So please like and share this video, and of course look at my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more awesome information. I post these videos once a week. I also post a new meditation once a week, and I'm also going to post up more and more information. What would you like to know about? Is there anything that you would like me to go into deeper information with? So I'm going to post a video about the 5th dimension and how we're moving up the frequencies into the dimensions. I'm going to be posting about the Schumann resonance and the morphic resonance fields. And I'm also going to do some posts about sacred geometry as well, and how just phenomenal sacred geometry is, and how we actually, as we raise our vibration and raise our frequencies, we can use sacred geometry and visualize ourselves inside a type of geometry. Sacred geometry is so much fun. I love it so much. Okay, so that's enough for me. I hope that you have an amazing week. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please let me know on the comments underneath if you found any synchronicities in your week as this video goes out. Okay, right, lots of love and light, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.